I don't know if it's the surgery or what, but I'm in the mood to try something a little bit different this week. Hi everybody, today I'm going to be planning out the week of Monday, January 14th through Sunday the 20th, 2019 in my Erin Condren horizontal neutral planner. As I am recording this, I am recovering from surgery. There should already be a video up, I'll link it in the cards, where I kind of talk about the surgery and what happened and etc. if you're interested in finding out. I actually have a fairly busy week. A lot of the shit that I wasn't able to do in the first couple weeks of January is kind of coming to a frothy head, plus there's stuff going on this weekend. But I didn't feel like doing anything super intense this week. It's gonna be raining all week, which may actually derail some of the stuff that's going on. And with the raining, I decided I wanted to just do something simple. So I'm gonna use this washi tape. I got it from like a co-op. I don't even remember when. It's just raindrops. And I have a little blue Simply Gilded washi as well. And then I'm gonna use a blue pen, which is different. I normally use a black felt tip lately. This is a blue gel pen. It's Pilot Juice 0.7 tip, and the ink color is blue black. I just figured, why not try something a little bit different? I feel like just being a little bit simpler this week, maybe. It's just kind of what I'm craving. I hate using that word, craving. It sounds terrible when you say crave. Just the way it rolls off your lips. You can see what colors I've been gravitating towards since I got these strips. So I'm gonna use these little flags from Krissyanne Designs to cover up the flags on top. I think that is the extent of like the decorative washi I'm going to be using. So I'm going to washi tape off the boxes like I usually do for blood pressure and meal planning. I actually decided I was going to swap to just this plain washi tape. I'm really just feeling kind of more simple than usual right now. And I ripped the paper. What a start. This was actually much more difficult to washi tape than I expected. Trying to washi tape when you have an incision in your elbow, like I have it right here, and a new fistula growing there. It was hard, but I did it. So I decided to put it like where I normally do for my blood pressure and meal planning, but I also decided to put it down this side too, just because like I said, I'm trying to just do kind of a basic situation, and that feels somewhat basic. Now I'm gonna go and divide these up for my blood pressure, and then I'm gonna fill in my weather and my meal plan for the week. Normally I like to letter here, but a couple of these arugula dishes that I'm gonna be trying this week are lots of words, so there wasn't really room. So I'm just trying simplistic, man. That's kind of what we're going for. All right, so I'm gonna start putting in my appointments and so on and so forth on each day, or like whatever the top things are for each day. So I've got these kind of like sick day munchkins. I'm gonna use these like little pill bottles for an appointment on Monday, and I'm also gonna use another one on Wednesday while I've got it out Tuesday. Now neither of these are fully accurate. They're both like medical looking, but one is for a CT scan and one is for a doctor's appointment. This is for my kidneys, for something the transplant center needs. I'm gonna use this little car on Monday as well, as Jesse's got to go to the church that night. It was something he was supposed to do last week, but they moved it to this week to do some setup. Now this other thing I'm gonna put on here is a phone call that I have on Tuesday morning. It's early for me. It's because of the time difference, and it's multiple people on the phone call. It's early. It's a 5 a.m. phone call. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it or if I'm gonna have to listen to the replay. I would like to be there for this phone call when it happens, but that may be too big of an ask for my poor My poor bod and my poor mind. Actually, I'm going to use this because it's a training that morning, and then I have a phone call that's related to the same thing on Thursday morning, which is much more reasonable in terms of my time. The time that I am awake, if that makes sense. On Wednesday, there's only one thing I need to put on there, and that is that it's an early release day for my kid, because I always seem to fucking mix that up. I love these little Once More with Love clocks that she has where you can put your own time on them. And then on Thursday, I have two more things. I have a patron live and I have a podcast interview. So I'm using a podcast Once More with Love sticker there, and I've got the last one off of this little laptop sheet from Once More with Love. I'm Once More with Loving the fuck all over this situation. I need a permanent blue marker to write on here to make it match. Matchy matchy. Do I have a permanent blue? I mean, I think I have a permanent blue Sharpie. This is similar to a blue black. Hopefully this will work. Friday, I have two church things to take care of in the morning. Neither of them are timed, but they're just important to do that day. One of which is to send items to our administrator for the balloon, our newsletter. And one is to make sure I have everything together for the event on Saturday. Actually, I think I'm going to utilize this box here for getting the stuff sent for the balloon, because my son might be going somewhere this weekend. I don't know for sure yet. I'm waiting to hear from his dad about it. I want to leave space for that day because that would be timed and it would be most appropriate here. Saturday is the Napa Valley Women's March, and my church is going to have a table there, and I'm going to be there all morning basically. So I just need to get information about the march on here for like when we need to be there, when we need to leave. And other than that, and then just put a wash sheets icon, because that is also something we do on Saturdays. And then Sunday is a big day. Sunday, I have a discussion in the morning. My husband has band practice at some point that day. I have a live Plan With Me that afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, and a hangout with my patrons before that. Busy day, busy, busy. I used these two stickers from the Krissyanne Designs at Michael's collection for my discussion and the live Plan With Me. This one and this one are both from Once More with Love, and then this one is just regular Krissyanne Designs. So that is basically all of the appointments and so on and so forth. I'm sorry about the sun coming in from the direction I can't do much about. So now what I want to do is take a few minutes. This worked really well last week, so I want to take a few minutes and look at my days and decide which ones are open enough that I can decide are going to be for a certain thing, and which ones are going to be left alone because they have too much going on. So I can tell you, looking at this right now, Thursday is basically off limits from scheduling extra stuff because of 3 different things going on, different phone calls, so on and so forth. So I think I'm going to take a second and pop a Good Morning Sunshine sticker from Krissyanne Designs, because that will already kind of block off a section of the day, so I don't feel inclined to put too much on this day when I get there, because there's already a lot going on. Wednesday is a big open day. It's an early release day for my kids, which means I'm not going to be able to get a lot done in the afternoon, but it's still a day where there's not a lot going on. And then Friday is another day that has no timed appointments. Monday and Tuesday I both have doctor's things, and so again, afternoons will be okay, but the mornings are going to be fairly off limits, and I have no idea. The 5 a.m. thing is a wild card. So looking at this and looking at my power sheets to see what big things I need to take care of this week, like off of my monthly tending list, I need to find what items can I fill in on this week. One of them definitely is to pull all of the receipts and get them ready, and I feel like the best day to do that is going to be Friday, because I can work on it all day in between these other things, as well as the fact that my kids will be going back to their dads. And if I have to wind up driving my son somewhere that evening, as I might have to, I still don't know yet, receipts are not something that is going to take all day, so I should be able to do that. So I'm going to mark that. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm going to mark that here as something that I do want to work on over the course of the day. I'm going to take this washi tape and this scallop sticker from Krissyanne Designs. I have found that by doing something across the top like this on my planner, it doesn't make the whole day about that thing, but it just emphasizes that a chunk of this day is going to go towards that thing. However, I can manage it between my health and other things that come up, so on and so forth. All right, so that's one thing. And then the other thing that we need to do is have a family talk about electronics and get that electronics time figured out. And we need to schedule days off for 2019. Those are two things we need to at least start a family discussion on. It's something I need to do with my kids and my husband together. And knowing that my husband is going to church on Monday night, since Wednesday is an early release day, and generally my husband isn't out late on Wednesdays, I think Wednesday is going to be a good time to do that. So I'm going to slap something on here to remind me of that. So I'm using this unplugged sticker from Krissyanne Designs, and then this half box. And notice I turned it on its side because it still leaves the majority of this day open so I can work that day on what I need to. But this is going to be a priority in the evening when everybody is home. If I get all three of those things done, the receipts and these two things here, that would take two things off of my monthly attending list. The other thing I need to add on here is meal planning, and I need to put some decluttering time because that's something I haven't had a chance to do yet. Saturday and Sunday are both going to be awful times for that because of how busy those days are. So Wednesday might actually be a good decluttering day as well. And I might be able to get my kids in on the action. That could be fun. I was gonna pull one of the stickers from the Power Sheet sticker book that I got, the Cultivate What Matters sticker book, to use for decluttering since that is part of that. But I decided I want to save those for the Power Sheets themselves, and so I just used one of these little Krissyanne Design stickers. Plus I slapped a meal planning sticker on Thursday because I do need to do that. So notice Thursday is so full, it's going to be really hard for me to plan on doing anything else that day, which I shouldn't be because of all of the time that's basically sucked into phone calls. Declutter jammies. I've already got several items for my Power Sheets on here scheduled so that they are ready to go for the week. And it's something that I want to continue to do. I started it last week and I really liked it. I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm not going to repeat my focus for the month, but I'm going to kind of reword it because I still want to continue to be building routines, working on things that will set me up for success for the year, which is my focus for January. But I also don't want to overdo it because that is something I did this past week while recovering from surgery. And with so much going on this weekend, I need to be cognizant of my limits. So I'm going to write some encouragement for myself right here. So here I wrote, continue to build routines for the rest of the year, but remember to pay attention to your limits. Nothing will stick if you burn out doing it. So that's the reminder for this year. I think that I am starting to find a rhythm that I like with how I'm using the Power Sheets, the bullet journal, and the Erin Condren. I'm hoping that if everything goes well, I'll do a plan as you go next month so you can see this in daily action. How do you use a notes section on your planner pages? Do you put encouraging words for yourself or do you use it for to-do lists or what? Let me know as well because I'm kind of interested in the way I'm using this right now is interesting to me, but a lot of things are interesting when you've been on quite a few painkillers for a couple of weeks. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.